In business, there's a number of different frameworks that help you use shorthand for being able to make different decisions or design policies and programs. And so in this video, we'll talk about my 3 favorite frameworks that all happen to be similar or related to triangles. I'm Kelly Marcineau, and I'm the CEO of Brightgo Solutions. We help a number of different organizations with their market entry into Canada when they're originally from overseas or international. And we have those triangles I was talking about, those different frameworks, and why I find them quite useful is that they really represent balance, is that you don't want to just focus on one thing to the detriment of the others. So the first way we use these is in designing whether it's compensation, goal setting, or different performance metrics for both the vendors that we may have or suppliers, as well as for what we were going to provide to our customers. And so these 3 things relate to having 3, and they could be very different depending on your organization, but typically they're going to have ones that if you do success in one, maybe it actually makes it more difficult to be successful in the others. An example of this would be in manufacturing. A common one we would see is related to quality of the product, is related to the speed or efficiency of getting it done, and the third one is safety. And so it's going to be very easy to be very fast on getting something done, but you have lots of injuries or time loss that occur, or a poor quality product with it. So the second triangle, as an entrepreneur, is finding out what you're going to decide to have your focus on. And with this triangle, you're going to have to find yourself into the middle of it. So one of them is finding things that you're passionate about. The second side of it is related to something that you're good at or have the ability. And the third one is something you can make a profit at. And so if you have all 3 of those and you're in the middle there, it's probably something that you can spend a lot of time, effort, and be successful at. The third one is actually a triangle that is the exception that proves the rule. It is related to corporate strategy, and with corporate strategy, lots of nuance here, but the 3 different types of strategy is related to either operational effectiveness, so what's the cheapest or fastest that you can do something. The second one is related to your customer, so having a customer intimate, really knowing your customer the very best. And the third one is about product leadership, so having the best product that's out there. An example, we'll use a Canadian example in the airline industry. And so 3 different companies, so Air Canada, WestJet, and Jetline, 3 different approaches, and 3 of them are being successful for different types of customers here. For Air Canada, they're very much focused on product leadership, so having different tiers of service, long-haul flights, having executive lounges, and really having that best product that's available. The second one is WestJet, and they're focused on customer intimacy, really knowing the customer the very best, whether it's jokes in the cabin or the WestJet Cares tagline. And the third one is Jetline. They're one of the new ultra-low-cost airline carriers that has entered the Canadian marketplace, and their real focus is on the cheapest that they can make it. So there's no frills whatsoever with their airline. So let's review those 3 frameworks related to triangles that I find useful when making policies, programs, and decisions. One of them is related to always having at least 3 when you're designing a dashboard or KPIs. The second one is finding your focus as an entrepreneur, making sure there's passion, ability, and profit. And the third one is company strategy. So picking one, maybe 2, of product leadership, operational effectiveness, and customer intimacy. So what are frameworks that you find helpful? Either share them in the comments or send us a message. We'd love to hear them and keep that conversation going. And obviously subscribe to our YouTube channel here. But you can also follow us for more tips on doing business in Canada or anywhere else in the world by following our newsletter or subscribing to our subscription box. And so all those links are down here in the description.